As a result of the attack on the Belgorod Thermal Power Plant, HIMARS missiles destroyed the foundation of the building housing the gas turbine units. This was reported by the Russian publication ASTRA, citing informed sources. In addition, the impact caused a fire in the plant's main building. Power generation was halted. The combined heat and power plant switched to hot water only. Another missile hit a substation in the village of Blizhnyaya Igumenka in the Belgorod region, causing serious damage to transformers and power lines. Sources claim that more than 20,000 residents were left without power after the strike on the plant. To avoid overloading the power grid, a decision was made to cut power to over 400 additional communities. The overall scale of the consequences was catastrophic. More than 160,000 people were left without power. The outage affected over 1,800 substations, and public address systems, traffic lights, and gas stations were disrupted. According to sources, 4 people were injured in the attack. The Belgorod Region Governor acknowledged that 77,000 residents still lack power, and water and sewer service interruptions persist in 10 municipalities. This attack by the Ukrainian Armed Forces was a response to the massive missile and drone shelling of Ukraine by Russian forces. Recently, Russia had launched over 600 attack drones and unmanned aerial vehicles, which destroyed residential buildings, struck hospitals, and energy facilities. A 12-year-old girl was among those killed in Kiev. Recall high-mobility artillery rocket systems, or HIMARS, with a range of around 70 kilometers, allow Ukraine to target Russian forces on the other side of the front line far more accurately than they had previously. President Volodymyr Zelenski confirmed on September the 17th that Ukraine will receive Patriot HIMARS missiles as part of a U.S. weapons aid package financed by NATO allies. The attack comes as Kiev has intensified attacks against Russian oil, gas, and energy infrastructure, a key source of Moscow's revenues, helping to fuel its all-out invasion of Ukraine. Situated across the border from Kharkiv Oblast, Belgorod serves as a regular target of Ukrainian strikes. According to the Financial Times, 16 of Russia's 38 oil refineries has been struck by Ukrainian drones since August 2025. The disruptions have limited Russia's refining capacity by over 1 million barrels per day. The research group Energy Aspects told FT, dropping exports to below pre-war levels.
At a joint news conference at the White House, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu praised President Donald Trump's Gaza peace plan, calling it a practical and realistic path forward and saying it can be a new beginning not just for Gaza, but for the entire region. According to Associated Press, Trump and Netanyahu said Monday they've agreed on a plan to end the war in Gaza, but it's unclear whether Hamas will accept the terms. Trump laid out a 20-point plan for ending the Israel-Hamas war and establishing a post-war governance in the war-battered Palestinian territory. The plan would establish a temporary governing board that would be headed by Trump and include former British Prime Minister Tony Blair. Trump's plan does not require people to leave Gaza and calls for the war to end immediately if both sides accept it. It also calls for all remaining hostages to be released by Hamas within 72 hours of Israel accepting the plan. After each leader spoke at length about the peace plan, Trump suggested that it was not really appropriate to take questions, citing his already full agenda for the rest of the day. That's despite reporters having packed the room and waited for much of the afternoon for the opportunity to ask Trump and Netanyahu questions. The pair left the room, ignoring dozens of shouted questions from reporters, as White House press officials tried to restore order by yelling, "Thank you, press."
Have no faith that the PA Leopard will change its spots. But rather than wait for this miraculous transformation, your plan provides a practical and realistic path forward for Gaza in the coming years, in which Gaza will be administered neither by Hamas nor the Palestinian Authority, but by those committed to a genuine peace with Israel. I think this can be not only a new beginning for Gaza, I think it can be a new beginning for the entire region. Under your leadership, we can re-energize, I've got to contribute my own, we can re-energize the Abraham Accords. That's what it's called in the original Hebrew, Abraham. Abraham is fine, Abraham, however you want to call it. Under your leadership, Mr. President, we can re-energize the Abraham Accords that we forged 5 years ago. We can expand them to many more Arab and Muslim nations that choose moderation over extremism. I think there's an opportunity here. It's not going to be easy, it's tough going, but I think if we succeed, you're absolutely right. We're going to open possibilities that nobody even dreamed of. But I think we dream of them. As you've told me, Mr. President, and you've told the world many, many times, you said, remember October 7th. Remember October 7th. And we do. We will never forget the horrors of October 7th, and we will do whatever is necessary to make sure they don't happen again. Since October 7th, Israel's enemies have learned a hard truth. Those who attack us pay a heavy price, but those who partner with us advance progress and security for their peoples. President Trump just said it, it's also in the Bible. It says, those who will bless you will be blessed, and those who will curse you will be cursed. And that's actually what is happening. We want the blessings. I think we've done a lot in the past 2 years to end the curse. We're not finished, but we've done a lot. And we've done a lot together to end the curse. I want to thank your entire team for their efforts to get to this point. Above all the people, the fine team, many helpers who've done this, I want to thank you, Mr. President. History has already shown that under your leadership, Israel and America can change the face of the Middle East. And today I'm hopeful that your plan to end the war in Gaza will do so again and do so soon. It will free our hostages, end Hamas's tyranny in Gaza, and enable a more secure and prosperous future for the peoples of our region. Thank you, Mr. President. May God bless America. May God bless Israel. May God bless the indispensable alliance between our countries. And may I add in Hebrew, G'mal Chatima Tova, may we all be inscribed in the book of life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bibi. So I think while we wait for these documents to be signed and get everybody in line, I think it maybe is not really appropriate to take questions. I'm meeting with, as you know, a couple of Democrats in a little while about the country, about keeping our country open. They're going to have to do some things because their ideas are not very good ones. They're very bad for our country. So we'll see how that works out. But this is something that was really historic today. This was something that was amazing. I think, Bibi, I mean, depending on you, would you like to take a question or two from perhaps a friendly Israeli reporter?
Very, very tough proposition. But I would think, Mr. President, that I would go by your instinct that this is, we'll have enough time for questions. Let's settle the issue first, I think.